TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. About to raise the bar, wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar, we about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar, ayy. Wild card mar, wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar.
Yeah. What is up, y'all? What is up? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing tonight? Did you have a fantastic Monday? I did. I had a fantastic Monday. You know why I had a fantastic Monday? Because I woke up. Had air in my lungs. Woke up, saw the fam, kissed the babies, talked to fam, hung out with the crew. Got a fresh cut today. I'm looking real fresh right now. So I had a good day. I had a real good Monday. I hope you guys did too. As always, that's my player partner Pimp, my brother for another mother. That's my guy. I call him 40 Watt. Y'all could call him Silent Hill TDS. Yes, that's only blessing the podcast with the greatest intro of all time. We about to set the bar. Wild card mar. Yes. Silent Hill TDS, you see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Go on over to YouTube, Hitchhikers. Go show my player partner Pimp some love. Check out his music over there. Bandcamp, you can check it out on there. SoundCloud, type in Silent Hill TDS. It should all pop up. But no, show my guys some love on YouTube. And of course, while you're over there on YouTube, go show us some love. Please show us some love. I.O.W. Sports Network is the address for our Facebook, our Instagram, and of course, our YouTube channel where all the content is stored. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. Hey, and if you want to chop it up with the Wildcard Mar personally, you know what it is. Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar, Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram. You did? Yeah. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports. Simon Cassidy, Late Night Owl Edition on their YouTube channel. Much love and appreciation to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. Been a great help. Great friends of ours. So if you're over there on Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel, hey, share the love. Subscribe to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel, but as well as I.O.W Sports Network. You did? Hey, it's all love. It's all love. But I hope everybody doing well. Some of the comments who we got with us tonight. MJ, what's good, my G? My man, my Brody's in here with me. And man, what can we say? Crazy weekend of sports. There's going to be, I think it's going to be we're going to have a lot to talk about this week. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Obviously, Derek Carr gets his money today. Great combine over the weekend. Some players definitely rose their stock. Trade deadline Tuesday. I think it's like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm looking right at you, Baltimore Ravens. I'm looking right at you, Lamar Jackson. What y'all gonna do? Obviously, I don't think y'all gonna get that long-term contract done, and you got to make a decision on what kind of tag you're gonna give him. Exclusive, non-exclusive. He's getting tagged. I don't see the Ravens and Lamar coming to an agreement if they haven't been able to in 2 years. But we'll discuss that for sure. Some other moves that might be coming down the pipe for NFL moves. We'll try to make some type of predictions on tonight's show on other kind of moves we see might happening. Of course, John Morant. I'll touch on that. Just kind of reiterate some of my comments and might be some other stuff that come into light. And we're going to start right there because we got to talk about you, John Morant. Mr. Halfway Crook, John Morant. Mr. I want to be thug, John Morant. Over here faking a funk, John Morant. Matter of fact, let's set the tone real quick. Y'all get y'all drinks. Cheers, y'all. Get your smoke on. You already know. I'm already cheap keefed. But we gonna. Matter of fact, let's set the right music. Since we're gonna talk John Morant, let's talk. Come on, Ja. Halfway crook, boy. You were halfway crook, boy. Oh yeah, you were halfway crook, boy. Man, come on, Ja. You getting too much noise, too much static, too much heat coming your way. And for what? Street cred? Huh? You down now? You the man now? See, here's the deal. We all know your story. Your pops raised you. And the whole family was around you. Moms, siblings. You went to private school. Why are you doing this? Brandishing the gun? First of all, we got to talk about the way you held the gun. That's how you held it. That's how I know you ain't gangster. You ain't even hold it like you was gangster. You held it like, I'm so dainty, so scared of it. And the fact of the matter is, it was a little 380. You held it like a bitch. We gonna call what it is. Dial that phone up. Come on. You ain't gangster. We all know your background. Hey, everybody's able to look up all about you, bruh. You faking it. You ain't built like that. And the thing about it is, like I said earlier on today's show, I.O.W Sports 4 p.m. show, you are in Memphis, Tennessee. And there's cats out there in Memphis, Tennessee that really get it. You see how they murked Dolph? You see how there's other rappers and people that got high profiles getting murked out in Memphis, Tennessee. They don't care about your status, bruh. They know how much money you make. ESPN told us how much money you make. And they gonna see if you got that money that they said on ESPN, and you got it on you. They ain't worried about you. There's people out there that's impoverished, but they got enough to get a blicky, and they got enough to roll up on you and stick you up. They ain't even worried about no consequences. Cause what's there to lose? Jail time? They ain't scared of that shit. They ain't got nothing to lose. Worst that can happen is they catch you lacking, thinking you gangster, and they made it come up. Now that little job piece gone. Your wrist watch gone. All your jewels gone. Any cash you had on you gone. And that little blicky that you held like that, like a little bitch, ain't gonna do nothing for you. So let's call it what it is, John. Like you ain't come from no broken family. You ain't come from no street life. That ain't you, pimp. But don't try to portray that shit now. You doing too much. But now you got police investigating you. Not only do you got NBA investigating you, you got police out in Denver investigating you because now they trying to figure out how the hell you get this gun. Was it yours? Are you traveling with it? Because if you're traveling with it, now you got some serious shit to deal with. You got the NBA investigating you, and you got police investigating you. If there's one thing you don't want messing with your money is investigations. It'll fuck up your money in a heartbeat. It'll mess it up in a heartbeat. You trying so hard to play the gangster image. You need to chill out. You need to chill out. Cause especially if they find out you flying with it, yeah, MJ, you right. They find out you flying with it. Oh, you got some Fed problems on your hands. You don't want the feds on you. ATF, CEA, DEA, FBI, IRS. It don't matter. 3 letters that stands for federal government departments. You don't want them on your ass. You don't want it. Y'all talking all these what the kids say out in the streets. You don't want this smoke. You don't want no smoke with any 3-letter acronyms that describes a federal department. That will fuck up your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. It'll mess it all up. Keep playing around thinking you gangster. Keep playing around with these little 380 the way you was holding it like that, Job, with your little dainty ass. I'm gangster. Now you ain't. You need to chill out. And now you better take all that money that you didn't work your butt off for because you were in a position that most ain't going to see. You one of the chosen few. You made it through the cracks. You made it you made it. Not everybody gets to make it. Everybody can play basketball, but it's a small amount that go from high school, college ball to make it to the pros. Small amount. You did it, and you got the skills to be one of the best. You're definitely one of the best in the league right now, but you want to keep tricking off like you gangster? Okay. I'm telling you, man, you in for a rude awakening, John. Chill out, bro. Chill out. A lot of people would love to be in your position. They would love to be in your position. Straight up. So you might want to chill out. All right, now, since we didn't talk about Shook One on John Morant. Hey, let's call it what it is. There's a team in New York that's balling right now. Took the Celtics in the double OT over the weekend. Came out with the dub, and that was with Jalen Brunson got hurt. Missed a good part of that game. Got to give the Knicks credit. Hey, the Knicks is balling right now. Quickly. Oh my gosh, quickly. I didn't even know he had like that. You know, we got to give the Knicks their credit. Hey, Matt's been screaming. Hey, man, talk my Knicks. Talk my shit. And you're right. We should have been talking Knicks 9 games ago. Now they on a 9-game winning streak. 9-game winning streak. New York Knickerbockers ain't New York Knicks ain't nothing to fuck with. New York Knicks ain't nothing to fuck with. They balling right now. Hey, Julius Randle, my goodness. Julius Randle been doing it. Yeah, beat him twice in a week. You're right. Yeah, and Brunson didn't even play. So I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due, man. The Knicks are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. I mean, you can't hate on the 9-game winning streak. Can't hate on it. Let's look at what they got coming up on their schedule, because I want to see how long you think they can actually make this last. Because we know what it is. We know what it is. A lot of people, hey, how long is this going to last? Is it for real? Is it fake? Is it this? Is it that? I think the Knicks they got something going right now, and you can't hate on it. Fifth in the conference, 8 games back. You know, yeah, and you're 100% right, MJ. They're beating quality teams. What's up, Smitty? They're just when there's 82 games in the season, you're not going to be up all the time. Every now and then, good teams are going to go through ruts. Boston's still going to be there at the end. Um, a legitimate chance at winning the East. So I mean, you know, um, I know they having a little down moment, but I wouldn't read too much into it. So, all right. So Knicks got the Hornets tomorrow. You should win that one. Come on, you're playing the Hornets. Oh, I can't wait for that March 9th game against the Kings. I'm watching the Kings right now. They're playing a good game against the Pelicans. And the Kings are a good surprise team. Shout out to Jay Jones, G Money. I went on their show a few months back and I was like, man, I like what the Kings are doing earlier in the season. So I'm going to pat myself on the back on that. Toot toot. Ain't nothing wrong with tooting your own horn sometimes when you're right. Hey, I come on the show all the time when I'm wrong and I admit it. So I'm going to toot my horn when I'm right. Toot toot. So yeah, you got the Hornets, Kings, Clippers. I think the Clippers that'll be a good matchup. You should be able to win that one though. Trailblazers, you should be able to win. Nuggets, that's a good matchup. I like that. I like that. I like that matchup on March 18th. Timberwolves, Heat, Magic, Rockets, Heat, Cavaliers, who got a big win over Boston tonight. Wizards, Pacers, Pelicans, and then Pacers again. So you actually got not a too bad not bad of a schedule. I don't think that's not manageable. I think that's a relatively um I really think that's a very manageable last stretch of games for the Knicks. Sitting in the fifth, and you got a manageable schedule. I'm not saying that they're going to go up to the 3 spot, 2 spot. Hell, not. But no, they it's a manageable schedule. Yeah, they got the West Coast swing, but I'm saying like the quality of the teams that they're playing, uh, they're playing teams that are pretty much kind of stuck in that below middle, and high middle, if that makes sense, of tiers that they're playing. Obviously, I like the Nuggets matchup for you. That's going to be a tough one. Um, you know, who was the other team I said that's going to be tough for them? The Kings. I think the Kings that'll be a nice matchup of young talented teams going at it. So yeah, Kings, Clippers, Lakers, and Blazers. That's a crazy West Coast swing. But look at the Kings, going to be tough. Clippers, they got something to play for. I know the Lakers say they want to get to the play-in tournament. Damn it, expecting AD to ball out like he did over the weekend against Golden State on a regular basis. I don't see it because here's the deal: AD could mess around and fart too hard right now, and he got a broken femur. You know what I'm saying? Or his gluteus maximus is just erupted from too hard of a fart. I don't know. That's how that guy's built. He's built soft, all right? He's built out of paper mache. And the fact that the Lakers knew it and they mortgaged their future on it, yeah, not too much of a smart move now. It don't look too smart, in my opinion. But, not tell me you're a bitter Lakers fan without telling me you're a bitter Laker fan. Not bitter, just honesty. You had no business making that trade. Um, so Lakers, no, I'm not worried about them. Blazers are record wise right there with the Lakers, sitting at right on the outside of the play-in tournament. So you don't know what to expect, especially when you got Dame Dollar, who's dropping 71 few weeks ago. So I don't know. It's hard to really predict on what Blazers team you're going to get tonight. But that's a manageable West Coast swing, and I just like um, the odds that you can manage that schedule pretty well. If you're a Knicks fans, look, be proud of what your team is doing. I know what they do to y'all. I know what they do to y'all. They lift you up, play good, beat some good quality teams, and then also beat the teams you're supposed to do. Go on 9-game win streaks, and then playoff time. You hoping they don't let you down like they normally do, right? I know, I get it. It's okay, but be optimistic. Be very optimistic because it's not like the East is going to be that much of a gauntlet. I think there's at least a good solid amount of teams in the West that you like, either one of these teams can come out the West. But you guys have already shown you can beat Boston. You can hang with the Milwaukee's. You can hang with the 76ers. You can hang with the Cavaliers. So you're talking about the other four teams ahead of you in the standings. It's not like y'all can't hang with them. The Knicks got the most wins in conference with the Boston Celtics. Both got 28 wins in the conference, the most in the conference. So it's not like you're one of the weaker teams in the Eastern Conference. No, because look at how many games you were able to win in the East. You got the most, tied with the Celtics. So if think about it, y'all. If you can win your conference, beat the conference, that's all you really need to do. That's how you get. That's how you get to the finals. Detroit Sports Talk. What's happening with you? How you doing? So I know there's still 16 games left. We're about almost halfway through March, and then pretty much middle of April. That's when the season pretty much comes to an end and playoffs start. Be proud that you're in the talks. Be proud that you don't even have to worry about the play-in tournament this year, as long as y'all stay healthy, stay focused. You know, being the fifth seed works out good and damn well for you because you can hang with Cleveland in the 7-game series. It's not impossible. No, that ain't the case. But the Knicks are doing well. Give the Knicks their props. They're doing their thing. And as you Knicks fans, just keep hope alive. Cause it's y'all loyal fans that make that. Hey, y'all the ones that's going. Y'all the ones that need it. So I mean, it's oh man. Oh, do the Sacramento Kings make the playoffs? Of course, they're making the playoffs. They're third seed in the West right now. A surprisingly good team, right? When's the last time you've been able to say the Sacramento Kings been good? It's been since what, early 2000s? The Peja Stojakovic, C. Webb. You know what I'm saying? So Knicks can hang with uh, with Cleveland. Sacramento's going to be in, and you're going to see some teams in the playoffs that you thought you would never see, because that's just where we're at. And hey, and just accept it for what it is. It's a movement going on. So it's a young squad movement. The Knicks are a young squad. So are the Kings, and they're all going to make a nice little run in the playoffs. Are they going to win it? Probably not. Probably not. But you got guys that got very talented skills. I love the way that the Kings are built. De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, uh, Sabonis. Some young stars, and Mike Brown got them playing defense. Same thing in New York. Thibodeau got him playing what? Got him playing defense. Julius Randle's finding his stroke again. Jalen Brunson. MJ, talk to the people. I hated that contract. I thought the Knicks overpaid Jalen Brunson, but you got to admit that the product that you and the productivity and the leadership and the I think Jalen Brunson is just a dog. Plays with a different mindset, different attitude, and it's rubbing off on the rest of those guys. Because what's been going on with the Knicks the last few years after they made the playoffs a couple of years back, and then got eliminated by the Hawks and Trae Young. It looked like they were getting stagnant. Right? But I feel like they got new life, and Jalen Brunson is a big part of it. I think he's a big part of it. So as much as I hated that contract, I thought they overpaid for him. He was worth every damn penny. He was worth every damn penny of that contract and more. Yeah, I'm with you, MJ. He was worth more. You just gotta give credit where credit is due. You look at the different type of attitude and atmosphere that he's building there, and hey, no disrespect to Kyrie. Obviously, Kyrie's a good upgrade from Jalen Brunson, but I think Dallas messed up for it. I think Dallas messed it up. Yeah. Detroit Sports Talk. I'm looking at it right now. I might be behind you, 74-85 in the third quarter. Sacramento is doing their thing. Scott, what's up, man? How you doing? Even if they don't win, it's a step up for both teams and good recruiting tool. You're damn right. You are damn absolutely right. And that's a good thing. I mean, for example, look at the Detroit Lions, team that's on the rise. They were on Hard Knocks, so you help use Hard Knocks to expose what type of culture you got, what type of the players buying into Dan Campbell and his coaching staff. So you get to see that. You normally don't get that type of access, but because you're on Hard Knocks, that gets portrayed out there. You know what I'm saying? And then you back it up with a good season, and you just missed the playoffs. Just missed the playoffs. That's a recruitment tool, because now you can take what you saw on Hard Knocks, put it to what they had in season, and you saw like there grit. They talk about grit all the time. Grit. So you look at the grit that they kept talking about on Hard Knocks, and you see the season. Man, they played with grit because they had a lot of injuries earlier in the season, but they kept fighting, and just missed the playoffs. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? So it's things like that are recruitment tools, and you got to be honest. When you see things like that, you see all these young stars, these young teams that got a lot of talent. They've done a lot of losing, but they tired of losing. And what happens is you get the right coach in there. Mike Brown has been doing wonders for the Kings. Dan Campbell will continue to do wonders with the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Robert Salah is going to do great things with the Jets. It's literally about building that that atmosphere, that culture, and getting people to buy in. So when you take all these high draft picks of young talented teams and you don't have the right coaching at it, you get stuck in a whole bunch of losing. But you put the right coach into the seat, change that losing atmosphere, change everything about how you operate and attack the game. It makes a difference. It changes it. So you're gonna see it. You're going to see it. I mean, it's good to see, honestly. The Nets made the Knicks an easier choice for players who want to play in New York City. Um, yes and no, Scott. Yes and no. The reason why I say yes, it made it easier is because Josiah, he is incompetent. He's shown right now, especially this year, last year, and the year before that, he does not know how to run a basketball team. His general manager, Sean Marks, has shown that he does not know how to run a basketball team. You don't explain to me how the hell you have KD, Kyrie, and James Harden at one point in time, and you still find a way to come up with absolutely nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. It's literally a poorly ran organization. So yeah, that makes it easier to attract, free agents and people to the New York Knicks. It does. But at the same time, the Knicks have been struggling to get those big fish. They've been struggling to get the big fish to come to that market. There's a lot of people that really don't like James Dolan. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that do not like James Dolan. He carries a certain reputation in the league, a certain, aura about him that people just don't care for. So we can't sit here and dismiss, you know, the fact that there might be some trouble signing people to the Knicks. But hopefully, people like Jalen Brunson can be that deterrent to, hey man, don't even worry about Dolan. He don't even mess with us. We just play ball. He's a businessman. So, there's a lot of people that don't like James Dolan. That might be the reason why they won't sign with the Knicks. So honestly, Scott, to really answer your question, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm like, still James Dolan. It's still James Dolan. But no, it does help, especially in a New York market, that the other team in your market is absolutely poorly ran. So that does help. I agree with you on that front for sure. But I can't dismiss the fact that it's still James Dolan. Can't. Yeah, I can't. Um, but hey, we're coming down to the nitty gritty of the regular season of the NBA. Pretty much a month left in the regular season. About this same time in April, we'll start gearing up for the for the playoffs. So there's going to be some interesting things happening. Who knows who's going to be in playing tournament? Who's going to be what seeds? I do know this. I'm telling you right now, if the Los Angeles Lakers can't even get in the playing tournament, they seriously need to think about blowing it up. Trade AD and trade LeBron James. Get the value that you can for both of those jokers. Get the max value you can, because this is getting ridiculous. Take out that bubble ring, which was, I don't know. Look, I'm a Lakers fan. I know we got the championship in 2020, but it's like, come on. Anytime you get 4 months off of rest, an aging superstar like LeBron, a very fragile Anthony Davis, they benefited the most for that time off. That's all I'm saying. So if you want to put an asterisk by it, I'm not going to argue it as a Lakers fan. I won't argue it. That championship seems a little Fraudulent. Thank you, Smitty. Thank you. Fraud championship. So you take that out. You got a whole bunch of not a good basketball ever since LeBron has been in LA. Like literally, not a lot of good basketball that's been played. Team basketball, I should say. Not a lot of good team success in LA since LeBron's been there. What his first year, missed the playoffs. Second year, bubble ring. Third year, didn't even make it out the first round. Fourth year, didn't even make play-in tournament. You know what I'm saying? So, look, say what you want. Uh, you know, I'm not convinced that the Lakers have had. If you say it was really worth the bubble championship, then okay, so be it. But there's not going to be multiple championships of this uh, team as long as you got LeBron and AD on it. It's not. I'm sorry. It's just not a championship built team. It's just not. I mean, these guys are struggling to even get to the play-in tournament. Play-in tournament, y'all. Like, come on, this shit's hilarious. Like, no, I'm not buying it. All right. Uh, so I'm telling you now, if the Lakers do not make the play-in tournament, blow that thing up. Get value for LeBron. Get value for AD. Reset your franchise immediately. Because say what you want. Say what you want. You want to try to maximize your value for guys and recoup all the assets that you gave up to build this team. Recoup it all back as much as you can. Just reset it. Start over. That's just how I feel about it. Just start it over. If they do not make the play-in tournament, start it over. So, you got that going on in the NBA. Like I said, um, starting to see a lot of teams about the jockey for playoff position, and I love it because that means it's going to hopefully the good play ramps up in the NBA. And hell, it's March. They better do it quick because let's be honest, it's March Madness time. You got conference championship games starting this week. Hell, some already finished. Some already did their conference championship games, but that is definitely conference championship week. By Saturday, you have the ACC crown. Uh, by the end of the weekend, you have all the big conferences. Their championships will be crowned. And then you'll have Selection Sunday. And then next thing you know, boom, here we go. Tuesday and Wednesday, we got the first four in tournament games. So this time next week, we be going straight into March Madness. So look out for that, man. It's great. We got some good stuff coming up. But no, let's move on because NFL ain't going nowhere. They're going to have some headlines coming up. And they already got headlines. Derek Carr gets the big contract, goes to New Orleans. And look, I like Derek Carr. I'm a Chiefs fan. Y'all know this. I've seen a lot of Derek Carr. He gets a lot of flack. I don't understand it because, like I said, when you see a guy twice a year for the last 8 years, you see a lot of them. Let's be honest about Derek Carr. He wasn't given much help on the defensive side when he was in the Raiders organization. They were a hot damn mess. Couldn't stop a nosebleed. Couldn't stop the run. Can't stop the pass. And guess what? You doing that, in a conference where you see Patrick Mahomes, a conference where, Justin Herbert, and hell, you're doing it in the AFC when you got Herbert, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence is emerging as one of those quarterbacks in the AFC. So you can't go up against all these other teams in the AFC that got legitimate threats at quarterback, and you actually have a decent quarterback that can keep you in and go with these games, but your defense been trash. So he's always caught a lot of bad flack, and I never understood that. It is what it is. A perfect spot for me was the Jets. I thought he was in the perfect spot with the Jets because that's all you need. You don't have to give up a lot to have Derek Carr. Look at the contract. It's still 37, around 37, 38 million a year. He got 100 million guaranteed. It's like a 4-year, $150 million deal. 100 of it is guaranteed. And it's really a very team friendly deal. You still get the opportunity to build around your squad. So, I mean, that's what you got to do. Oh, man. Good question, Detroit Sports Talk. Man, good question. Obviously, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'll be honest. Frank Clark, thank you. Thank you, Frank Clark. Thank you for what you've done for Kansas City. You helped us get 2 rings. This past one from a month ago and the other one in 2019. Thank you. But it is the business. Chiefs get to save almost $21 million in the cap space. When you see a number like that, that's when you understand it's a business. Because, yeah, there's going to be a lot of thank yous coming from the Chiefs organization to Frank Clark, as he should be. He's deserved them. May not have the greatest regular seasons under Chiefs, not compiling 15, 16 sacks a season. But playoff time, Frank Clark showed up. Frank Clark showed up. Look at both of those runs that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and you'll see Frank Clark making big-time sacks when it mattered in both runs. So, hey, as a Chiefs fan, I will be forever gratitude for what Frank did for that organization, but it's a business. He's 29. He's getting closer to 30. And hell, let's be honest. It worked out for the Chiefs. It worked out for Frank. You know how much money he made over the last 4 years being in Kansas City? He's made $78 million. I don't think he's hurting. And he has 2 Super Bowl rings. His time may be up in Kansas City, but trust me, he's walking away with some big, hefty bags. Does Frank Clark get signed? Probably so. He probably has, maybe a good 3-4 solid years left in him. I think I agree with you, Detroit Sports Talk. I think he's still a damn good player. But the thing is, you're looking at the Chiefs, an organization that literally is in a championship window that literally people will take less money to be a part of. And the fact that Frank's agents and GM Brett Veach weren't able to come to a restructured deal because obviously the Chiefs wanted that cap hit to come down, not paying them almost $20 million. Obviously, Frank is like, come on now. I'm balling for y'all, especially in the postseason. Let me keep this money. And the Chiefs are saying no, we need to restructure. He's saying no, I done it. Yeah, we know, but it's a business. I get it. But I will say this. I would not rule out a Frank Clark reunion going back to Kansas City for the right price. But it had to be at the Chiefs' price. It won't be at Frank Clark's price. It won't be at Frank Clark's price at all. It'll be at the Chiefs' price. But they're going to let him test the market. They're going to see what value the market, other teams see him. And before he signs it, I'm telling you, he's going to go back to Kansas City and say, hey, I still love y'all. I still want to be part of this championship window. These cats are offering me this. Can you match it? And the Chiefs are going to say, yeah or no. That's it. That's what I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that Frank Clark is gonna be like, all right, let me take this contract back to Kansas City, see what they can match it, or they gonna or leave it be. So I wouldn't rule out a reunion, some of sorts. So you know, and then look at the Chiefs. Don't There's gonna be some tag questions tomorrow. So the Chiefs don't tag Orlando Brown. I'm What that says to me is I got an idea that they're gonna sign him because they put the tag on him last year because they weren't able to get a deal done. They, they say they're not going to put the tag on him tomorrow by the deadline. So if that's the case, they got till March 13th to possibly get a deal in place, and hopefully it can be done. Hopefully it can be done, because we got to be honest. You have to protect Patrick Mahomes. He is the key. He's the quarterback. He's a $500 million quarterback. You protect him at all times. What's up, Kofi Winston? Shout out to my man Kofi Winston. Him and the good brother Bo, the Dirty Hills. Y'all know what it is. Matter of fact, I'm rocking my merch right now. Dirty Hills. It's blending in on a green screen, but it's the gold joint. I don't know how it blends in, but yeah, I got my Dirty Hills T-shirt on right now. Shout out to them. You know, uh, I like the Lions. Jamal wants to stay in Detroit and will take less to stay. Um, Honestly, I think Jamal should try to find a way to get more money. He was very integral to the Lions. Um, Now, if he decides to take less, then by all means. But I'm all about players getting your money, get your bread. That's why I'm not mad at Derek Carr getting his money. I don't think it's the right fit. Don't get me wrong. New Orleans has a solid defense. They do solid defense. They got a real good solid defense. You got some pieces on offense. Alvin Kamara. I know people are going to say, "Well, he got the salt situation." That's just going to get thrown out. All right. Most that'll come from that. He'll do some community service, some probation. That'll be the end of it. And if he does get suspended by the league, it'll probably be 2 games. He's never had any issues off the court. I mean, off the field, I should say. Never has been a problem. So he'll be there. You obviously got questions with Michael Thomas, injury prone for the last 3 years. Uh, Price tag comes with a heavy price, and for a guy that hadn't been on the field in a long time, you either restructure him or you move him. And if he wants to play with Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, and Chris Olave, who had a great rookie season, you're gonna have to come off some bread because you injury prone, MT. So you're gonna have to do that. Look, we'll see what happens. Of course, with the tag deadline coming tomorrow, like I said, I'm looking right at Lamar Jackson. I'm looking at the Ravens. I'm looking at them. I'm looking right at them. I'm looking at the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. This is going to tell you everything. This is going to tell you everything on how they feel about Lamar Jackson tomorrow at the tag deadline. If they give him the exclusive franchise tag, that'll be upwards of 40, 42, 43 million. Then that means they're still going to do their best to try to get a long-term deal done. Now, if they put the non-exclusive tag on him, it's around 34, 35 something, 37 million, but it gives other teams a chance to put an offer out. And if Lamar Jackson signs with another team, then the Ravens would get 2 first-rounders back in compensation. That's at minimum that I know for sure. Definitely 2 first-round at compensation. So that'll tell you everything tomorrow at the deadline. The news is going to drop sometime Tuesday of what type of tag that Lamar is going to get, and pay attention to the verbiage of it. It's going to matter. If it says non-exclusive, what they're saying is say, all right, if you can find a deal way better than what we can do, then go find it. But we're going to get compensation back for it. And guess what? They're daring him to go look at the market. I think they are. I think they're going to slap the non-exclusive tag on him because they're going to say, hey, there's nobody out there that wants you, bro. The money we got you, you should take it. Nobody wants you, bro. And I think that'll be foolish. Because how the hell do you? First of all, we got to take it back. Take it back a little bit. If I'm Lamar Jackson, he shouldn't have taken that field last year. Because you see how they built the offense around you. You are very integral to everything they do on offense. If I'm telling you, you are integral to everything they do on offense. Hey MJ, you know me. You seen the show. I've been saying Miami with you. Jay Jones of the Man Cave Sports Show been saying Miami, but there's a lot of smoke and mirrors that's saying Atlanta, and it makes sense. It really does make sense because here's my deal: if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I don't want to see Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to put you nowhere in the AFC. And if I put you in the NFC, the only way I will see you is in the Super Bowl. I think I'll take that. But you don't want to help none of these other teams in the AFC. And to think about it, if you move them to the NFC, whatever quarterback you get in your building, it makes it one less quarterback he has to deal with. So, I mean, look, I don't. Do you think possibly? You never know. We'll see. I remember when they played in London a few years ago. It'd be nice if they'd be in Germany. I would like to see that. But Miami. Look, I've been with you the whole time. Miami has they got a lot to think about. What you gonna do with Tua? You either gonna rock with him or you're not. You either gonna rock with him or you're not. Oh, have y'all been hearing what Rich Eisen said about Tom Brady? That he possibly might not be done playing again? Please tell me it ain't true. I'm about tired of you, Tom. Look, you can't retire, then come back, then you can't retire again, and then come back. I'm done. We can't do this no more. Make up your mind. So I hope whatever Rich Eisen has said, I hope it ain't true. I hope it's a whole bunch of bull. I can't take the back and forth. I can't take the back and forth with Tom Brady. I can't do it. If that's the case, man, like, come on, what are we doing? And I heard he was linked to be in Miami. How crazy would that be? How crazy would that be? So look, I don't know if it's true or not, but please, 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 for the love of damn everything on here on the planet Earth, Tom Brady, please just go away for good. You done it. You've done it all. You won it all. You've done enough. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see you no more. I'm done with it. You said you were done, so please be done. Uh, who else got the tag? Payne in Washington, the D tackle got the tag. Evan Ingram in Jacksonville got the tag. Ooh, y'all better watch out for Jacksonville next year. I'm calling it now. All right. I know we're gonna do our preview to it, all the 32 teams later, closer to training camp, but I'm calling it right now. Calling it right now. Jacksonville gonna be something serious to mess with. A lot of things are gonna go in their favor. Tennessee fire sale, blowing it up. Cut Bud Dupree today. Already cut Robert Woods. Already cut Taylor Lewan so they could create cap space. And they didn't even trade them dudes. So they got no compensation back for them. They literally released him, cut him. And now you talking about you gonna trade Derrick Henry? I said it on the earlier show. If you saying you Derrick Henry is on the trading block, Buffalo better be on your phone right now. Buffalo better be right now. Ooh, Robert Woods to the Giants. I like that, MJ. That's say what you want. Robert Woods may not be the best wide receiver in the league, but put him on that roster right now with the Giants. He's automatically the best wide receiver on that roster right now. Yeah, I would like that. I think that'd be a good move for the Giants. That'd be a great move. But no, you put Derrick Henry in Buffalo because let him take the running punishment and not let Josh Allen take it. You let Derrick Henry do that. Let him be the running back. Let him be your running offense. I don't know. I think that'd be a good matchup. If I think that's a good look for Buffalo if they get it. So need to go get him. Need to go get him. Yeah, Tony Pollard got tagged. All right, here's my deal in Dallas. Dallas, come on, what are we doing? You gotta be silly as shit. I don't understand it. I don't understand it because here's the deal. You already got too much money involved in Zeke. Do you know what the Cowboys are going to pay just for the running back position next year? They're going to pay around $24 million of cap money between I think the $14 million for Zeke and the $10 million tag for Tony Pollard. That's a problem. Why do you got so much money invested in the running back position? The running back position is really the most interchangeable positions in the NFL. You can literally get anybody to run that position. Obviously, there's a difference between Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, cats like that. But there's no automatic, ball carrier that's getting the ball first, second, and third down. It's not like that no more in the NFL. You know, there's really no need for the Emmitt Smiths or the Barry Sanders or teams or players like that at the running back position. A lot of teams are finding success really running the running back by committee. So, when you got $24 million next year committed to the running back position, that shows that you really, really did your best to screw yourself. Let's just be honest about it. You screwed yourself, Cowboys. Zeke looks washed, completely washed. Zeke looks washed. I don't care how you say it. He looks washed. And then Tony Pollard just got hurt less than a month and a half ago with the divisional round. A serious injury. Ankle snap. That's a serious injury to a running back. And you tag him? There's no guarantee Tony Pollard's going to come back to his original form next year after the way his ankle snapped. There's no way you can just automatically think he's going to return to form like that. I really want to wear Karen Rodgers. My man said Karen Rodgers. Hey, that's how I know you straight up 313 because you made sure you talk shit about Aaron Rodgers. I get it, dog. My man said Karen Rodgers. That's another domino that needs to fall. That's another domino. But the crazy thing is with that domino of Karen Rodgers is you don't necessarily need to. I think that move probably gets made a little bit once we get closer to the draft. So I wouldn't hold my breath on any movement with Karen Rodgers. I thought I'd never seen that Karen Rogers. I like that. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that Detroit sports talk. I'm gonna use that. So, but I will say this: the fact that Derek Carr did not go to the Jets, to me, it screams that the Jets are probably going all in on Aaron. Which I hate to say it. I hope we don't. I hope it's not a mistake because here's the deal: he is going to command some good draft capital from the Jets, and if you're the Jets, you're not far off. You're really not. So you're gonna give some pieces up to obtain them. I don't know. I just I would have been fine with Derek Carr if I'm a Jets fan. That's just me. Obviously, I'm not a Jets fan. Smitty, you're a Jets fan. You obviously want Aaron Rodgers for sure. You made that clear. And look, I know what talent Aaron Rodgers is, but man, there's a whole bunch of other shit that comes with it. There's so much that comes with it, man. So I don't know. I don't. Just me personally, I won't do it. Um, I don't know, man. It's a lot of crazy things going on in the NFL, um, especially at the quarterback position. One domino has already fallen. Derek Carr goes to New Orleans. Um, don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, aka Karen Rodgers. um, hell, you don't even know what's. Uh, I mean, there's going to be a surprise with the Giants. You don't know who's getting that tag tomorrow. It's either going to be Saquon or it's going to be Daniel Jones. They don't know um, who they're going to put that tag on. So I mean, we'll see what happens with the Giants. I keep hearing talks. Look, where there's smoke, there's fire. Daniel Jones wants 40 plus million. I don't. I don't know, dog. I don't know if I can give you 40 plus million, pimp. I'm gonna need you to see that year that you had. He had a good season last year, but I need you. I'm gonna need you to not only duplicate what you did last year, but I'm gonna need you to multiply what you did last year. I'm gonna need you to hit at least 25 touchdowns. You only threw 15. You kept the turnovers down. Proud of you for that. Because that was one of the biggest knocks on Daniel Jones. Can he keep the turnovers down? He did a good job keeping the turnovers down. Wasn't so much of a turnover case this past year. Um, and then you got to make a decision on Saquon too. Um, Obviously, me personally, you don't pay running backs. I just already discussed the whole Cowboy situation with their running backs. I don't. You don't pay them big crazy money, and especially a guy that's only shown that he's only had the ability to stay durable for one season. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I too think Jay Ramsey is going to be traded to Detroit. People were asking James Williams on his Instagram live, and he even said he thinks he's coming to the line. Well, yeah, I mean that's what happens at this time of the season. You see teams like the Tennessee Titans blowing up their franchise. It's all cap related. It really is. It's all about money. Probably a lot of bad contracts. Um, the Rams, obviously, they won their Super Bowl, had a lot of injuries and a lot of people that weren't available for them last year. So they had a terrible season. But no, honestly, there's a lot of people that got paid. And so they're going to start getting cap casualty moves, as in either uh, cut or trade. So they got to clear up some cap space. So that just happens at this time of year. Hey, like we said about the Frank Clark situation, that frees up the Chiefs $20 million. This happens every year. There's teams that's trying to get under the cap. And speaking of which, that's why I really didn't care for the Derek Carr trade. I'm sorry, not trade, but signing to New Orleans. I They're gonna have to get creative on how to get under the cap. And if they got to cut a lot of guys who are on this team that are important because they got to get under the cap, That's not going to be the same team that Derek Carr gets that he thought he was going to sign up for by the time week 1 comes around. So, you know, Saquon, I offer 3 years, $42 million, $28 million guaranteed. Just make it an even 30 guaranteed. And then I would put up certain incentives that instead of getting 42, it can go up to 50 million over 3 years. Obviously, I'm talking about, yardage performance and games played per year. I will put some certain incentive-based clauses in there to incentivize and give Saquon something to look forward to. Hey, when you put a carrot in front of a rabbit, sometimes you'll do some things that'll make it happen. But I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow, man. There's a lot of big news that's going to come down over the next 24 to 48 hours related to football, because there's a lot of big moves that are going to be made, especially with the tag deadline tomorrow. And right after that, you got free agency frenzy leading right into the draft. So, we'll see what happens. No, I understand you, MJ. I understand your point. I know, but we'll see what happens. Who's going to get the tag? Who won't get the tag? A lot of decisions are going to be made for the future for a lot of teams, for sure. And we'll be here to talk about it on the Wild Card Mar, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl edition. All right, y'all. That's the show. That's the show. I appreciate everybody coming in and chopping it up with your boy. Y'all know what it is. Going over to all our social media platforms here at I.O.W. Sports, Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, our YouTube channel. All 3 of those social media platforms, I.O.W. Sports Network is the address to them. And on Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel for simulcasting the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl edition. And of course, hey, catch me, the Wild Card Mar, personally, Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar, or Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram. It's been real, y'all. I appreciate the love and support. We're going to come back and chop it up tomorrow, because I bet you we're going to have some real spicy things to talk about when it comes to that tag deadline. All right? I'll check it out tomorrow.
Yeah. Come on. Silent Hill TV, yes. Hitchhikers.
Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers, load across the scene is dangerous, aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters from my neighbors, resisting human nature.